I am familiar with the theory, yes.
I don't know much about it. Science and theory haven't really shown itself too much. I know there's a couple of people called crazy for the idea of it.
I just get the basic principle, the earth is flat, not spherical. I'm sure there's more to it, and I'd be interested in knowing more about it.
My name is Patrick Burke, currently a resident of Denton, Texas. Been here for a little over 9 years at this point. My interest in flat Earth was first sparked by a trip I took to Goodwill right down the street, and I picked up a little telescope like that for $5 or $6 and was looking at the moon. I just, got that kind of sense of awe back after staring at it, decided there's got to be some more footage online that I haven't seen yet. And these two documentaries just kept popping back up. A funny thing happened on the way to the moon, and NASA mooned America. And so I finally said, okay, let's watch these things. I like to think I'm an open-minded person, and it was about 20 minutes into the first one, a funny thing happened on the way to the moon, where I was like, oh my gosh. I finished watching both documentaries and I was like, this is unbelievable. It really stung. It was like an American, and as somebody that, always wanted to go to space and be an astronaut and the whole 9 yards, it's a definite shot to your pride. This thing kept popping up kind of like the moon landings thing. It was like flat Earth, and I was like, well, if they faked the moon landing, let's see what these crazy conspiracy theorists are talking about, because, I'm kind of with them on this moon landing thing. It wasn't 3 minutes into that one where I was like, oh my God. I just never really did the math. So if you even Google images of Earth, there's not even 100 of them. As it turns out, there's not even 20. There's not even 20 authentic, supposed photographs of Earth, in existence. To clarify the difference, it's definitely one of my pet peeves when people say, no, it's round. And it's like, yeah, it is round, but it's also flat. So think about a pizza, a hula hoop, a table, anything that's got a flat top, but a round shape to it. Well, I was hoping by making a ridiculous scene that people that are into social media would eventually help out when they started looking into this and understanding oh man, this guy's kind of got a point. But how do you go and tell everybody the Earth's flat without sounding absolutely crazy, right? So, you play it out in your head and you're like, well, if they just call me crazy, that's gonna be pretty good. So I might as well go ahead, and if you want to call me crazy, go for it. You think I drive a shitty little car? You're damn right I do. The best, most conclusive way to test whether or not there's curvature, or to confirm there's not, is to take a telescope to the beach. So if sea level is in fact level, and you can see a dock or a pier, right? Just go over there and drop a pin, mark the location, and then walk 4 miles down the beach, or get in your car and drive, pick some distance, it doesn't matter, but several miles being the point. And I promise you, you're still gonna be able to see a 16-foot tall pier from 6 or 8 miles away. I guess in some ways I've now become an activist. I'm just trying to promote, the awareness of the flat Earth, because the ramifications of the Earth being flat are so far reaching that eventually, it does affect everything. Everybody who's now a flat earther used to think they were on a ball 25,000 miles in circumference, spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, but didn't know it, right? Every one of us. So if you start talking about this with somebody who's reasonably well-versed, don't come at them like they're not 100% aware of everything you're aware of, right? They just happen to know most of it's nonsense, because they've actually looked into it as opposed to just trusting their television. The flatness Earth is awesome, right? It's basically scientific proof that you were created by something way bigger than us, that loves you and wants you to be here, and designed you to be your own hero.